All right, I'm back. I've had a busy day. A busy day with lawyers, friends. Oh, yes. Sometimes it never ends. Some things. Turn this around. Put this here. Put these under here so you can see me sketch out this phoenix. I've been looking at these all over YouTube, these phoenixes. It's the rave. Oh, hi. Yeah, you can ask. I haven't heard from you in a long while. I've been fighting with lawyers and everything else. All right. All right. So you're dating a classmate whose name is Zoa. Okay. You're the one that's going to be a doctor, right? I think so. It's always. Is it a doctor you're going for? I think it is. Oh, she's a best friend. She has a best friend as. Oh, damn. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to get involved in that. That seems like a lot of drama, my friend. But let me just pull this up a little bit. I think you can. Yeah, this is a good little thing. But I don't know. That just seems a lot of drama. There has to be more women in that school that's not doesn't have a boyfriend because that could come bite you in the ass right there. Just because someone's cheating on you and all that doesn't mean you're gonna break up with them. Some women like that kind of thing. I mean, I don't know why, but they do. Today, and she said, I don't feel like it. She's probably trying to make her boyfriend jealous. That's probably what it is. And if she's going to come across to you in that kind of situation, it's literally you're the rebound. So I wouldn't get too attached to that because you won't. She'll find another reason to get rid of you and find someone else. You never be the one to go out with somebody right after they break up with somebody. Unless you just want to be played, as they say. Hey, she was the one. Okay, he is. Okay, so they got a long distance relationship. Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't know if I'd get too invested into that. He comes back and with a different attitude, and she just suddenly forgives him. She doesn't have to do anything. But yeah, I'll do a reading on it for you. But I wouldn't get too involved in that kind of stuff. If she got a boyfriend now, that I'd be like completely break up with him before we were doing anything, and I would just call it. There has to be other people to have sex with in that country of yours. So, oh, I know, but I'm just saying, I just feel bad if this bites you in the ass. Because she has the free will to have sex with you and turn around 2 years, dump you, and go back with him. And there's nothing you could do or say because it's not wrong in the eyes of the universe. It just makes you feel a certain way. So just be careful. I don't want you to get hurt, my friend. And I'm glad you chose. I've been going through a turmoil time myself. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I found out my dad died. That was even the worst part. The nursing home took guardianship of my dad, took his house, and they were getting ready to sell it and everything, and they won't even tell me how he died. I got a lawyer that's going to find out everything working for free. It's insane. I'm thinking about suing the nursing home. So that's why I didn't come on yesterday. I was crying for like 4 hours straight. So, but you and Zoa are in a new moon in Virgo. And this just talks about giving rather than taking. But that's what you do when you start a new relationship. Then you got a new moon in Pisces and a new moon in Leo. A new moon in Pisces just literally tells you to just think about things, meditate, think about your life, and think over a situation type thing. And new moon in Leo just talks about confidence. I see this girl liking you and possibly having sex with you and everything, but I don't I don't know if I it's a 50-50 on this whole relationship like going towards marriage thing. I mean, it might I see it going from possibly boyfriend to girlfriend, but I don't know. There's just going to be I just foresee a lot of drama in the end with that one. I'll have to pray for you. So, but yeah, maybe it'll work out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would put caution to the wind and tell her maybe possibly let's just have sex. Tell her let's have sex and see where it goes and tell her you don't want a relationship. And I usually say a relationship's good, but I would tell this girl until I would tell her that you just want the sex and then we'll see about relationship. So that's my advice to that. At least if you don't invest your feelings and you both are getting the what you want and you go get someone else that's maybe a little bit better for the situation. So, but I hope you the best of luck and come back and let me know how this goes. Oh, hi, Devin. I see your message, Devin. You know, I'm not the best at finding all these, you know. One day I might get popular. I don't know when, laugh out loud. But you want to know. I didn't see these up here. Lay on your question. It's probably lady love, isn't it? Or your one of your matches. I just want to hurt people at a nursing home. Do you, yeah, there we go. Do you see Nella finding me attractive when we link up tomorrow? Do you mean like attractive as in where you're gonna get some play, or just attractive in like when in passing when someone goes, "Oh yeah, they're attractive"? Because sometimes I tell people, "Yeah, you're cute," but I would never touch them. But I could do a reading on you in this Nella. Some play. Okay, so you want to see if there's possibly physical. Well, then that's a whole different question. So I don't know. I would think that you would be one of these people that have had a body count of 100 people with all the wrestling and stuff you're into. I think it's wrestling or kickboxing. I know one of the two. Because I know in my day when it was the big band 80s, back in God, when Cindy Lauper and everything was there in the big groups, they used to have groupies that just went around and slept with people. That's why Easy E got AIDS. Easy E slept with probably over 300 women. I would think that you'd have them crowded all around you, being in the fighting type thing. But yeah, Devin, my dad died. He was in the military and he had a solitary life, but he did tell me, he said he had a stroke and was walking around the house. Next thing I know, me and my son were looking for him for 3 years, Devin. 3 years. And we finally, they called and the nursing home took custody of him, said he had no family and all this stuff. And they were trying to sell his house and everything. I got this lawyer working for free. I told her I still wanted her to get paid. So I'm thinking about suing the nursing home because they just want to take his money, and he had money. So he had he had money in his bank account, a big amount, and he had assets. He had cars. So they took a lot of. He must have had a lot bigger sum of money, but it's sad. It puts me in a. I literally have my son being the third party speaking on my behalf because I'm gonna try to hurt somebody. Because I wanted to strangle the lady yesterday. He was on my oldest son was on a three-way call with both of the lawyers because they're trying to say they didn't know that I existed, and I have my dad's last name. I kept it even though I got married. And I gave my oldest son his last name. When you look up his name, both of our last names come up. My son was on the three-way call and asked him if they knew how to read. This is what I've been dealing with days. But I'm getting guardianship over his body because they went ahead and buried him without me. And he was supposed to be buried at Holy Cross Cemetery, and I don't even know where the hell they put him. And they have on his tombstone, it says he never was a father or married. So yeah, I've been having a hell of a week. Hell of a week, I tell you. I'm just hoping somehow I get through it. I don't know how I'm going to, but I guess I'm going to have to. But you and your little your lady friend, we'll call her your lady friend, are in a waxing crescent moon for tomorrow. And this just talks about faith, but a waxing crescent moon also just represents new beginnings too. It just simply represents that. And faith brings new beginnings. So, and you guys are surrounded by Aries and a new moon in Cancer. Uh, the new moon in Aries always is about fire and ice and things like that. And Aries is pretty straightforward. And it usually ends up in fighting because that's what Aries is. It's the god of war. But there's also a new moon in Cancer. A new moon in Cancer just talks about safety and stuff like that. I think this girl's going to have. She's going to find you attractive, but I just feel she's going to have cold feet. And she's going to want a relationship before she has sex. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be your hit it and quit it, Devin. I'm sorry. I really do. I'm sorry, but I don't know if this is the one that's gonna be doing anything like that. Because sometimes women are about control, and they are. A lot of them want control. They want control over you. They want control over your assets, and they don't want to do anything for it. And I know that because I have two boys, and I've dealt with two women that they're with, and that's sometimes how it goes with this younger generation. They want you to kiss their ass, but they don't want to do anything for the money. They don't want to do anything for themselves or their families. And it's sad. In my day, you went to school, you got a job, and that's it. And you just, if your husband was out there doing the lawn work and everything, you did the cleaning in the house and they did cleaning outside. And you worked. Simple as that. So, I don't know. But it is true. So be careful, especially for those that want to control you and take you for what you're worth. You don't want those kind of women at all. Tell them to hit the door and go have sex with someone else. That's what I would do. Now, Chelsea, like to will. Oh, you're welcome, Ashman. Call. You know what? When you let me know how you and this girl are going, because I really wish you the best of luck, and I hope things go well. Before warehouse job, Chelsea, I could do a reading, and I can't tell you what job's gonna come through, but I can do an employment one, but I might not get specifics on that, because what the universe tells me when it has to do with money, timing is everything. So, and it's just whatever the universe thinks is, or whatever is just a better fit for you. You got a new moon in Taurus, and this talks about prosperity, which is good, lying ahead of you. So you are getting a job, which is good. You got a balsamic moon, which means it's healing or just a time of oppression. So there was a time where your money was low. I see that. And you're behind in your bills. So I do see that. Then you also got a new moon, and this talks about new starts. Uh, I'm seeing more of this warehouse job. Possibly, possibly the one at home, but I don't know. I'm seeing more of the warehouse, honestly, personally. So, but maybe the warehouse is a bad. My son runs a beer place that does energy drinks and all the Pepsi. He runs the whole warehouse, and he loves it. So you might like the warehouse. My son loves his warehouse job, and he makes really good money doing it. And he got all of his friends' jobs there. Maybe try it out. They're all up at that warehouse, just loading in monsters and all the beer and stuff, and driving it to places. And he got all of his friend group involved. So maybe give the warehouse a chance. They might pay. They usually pay some money depending on what they're hauling. If they're selling beer, they make good money in a warehouse that sells beer. You know, or I think cars would be a bad one. Like if you were in a warehouse or a factory making cars with all these tariffs, maybe there'd be issues, but I think you'll be all right. And I just don't discount that warehouse. It might be fun. You might like it. It has to be better than where I go laugh out loud for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a stinking nursing home. And right now, I'm just so angry at nursing homes that I'm going to work at one Friday. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. But yeah, I don't know if you heard, Chelsea. The nursing home took guardianship of my dad, decided not to even contact me when he was sick. He had a stroke. And now and then they were trying to not tell me where he was buried at, and my dad had a policy. Yeah, that's what I've been doing and dealing with. I was crying for 4 hours yesterday. It pissed me off. My lawyer's working for free, so at this point, and I told her I want her to get paid. So I don't know. I'm not even caring about the money at this point, but they say that I can get this money. I don't even care. And there's no amount of money in the world that's going to give me the 3 years they took from me. Yeah, I want his his headstone, wherever they buried him at, to say that he had family, because they buried him just with a single name, like he never was married or had kids or anything. And it pisses me off. They just kept saying that they didn't know I existed. I never changed my last name. I still have my last name as my dad. And I gave my oldest son his last name, so when his name pops up, ours is right there. I don't understand. I mean, they were saying that I could sue the nursing home, but honestly, what's the good is it going to do? But it'll give me money in my pockets. But I'd rather had my dad, and I would have rather been able, if he was sick, to see him through his death. So I don't know. But this is what I've been dealing with. My brother keeps saying that he thinks I'm gonna get the house, the assets, the cars, and still and everything. But I'm not even thinking about that. I don't care. I honestly do not care. I just wish that they would have done the right thing, but they were greedy. They wanted. They seen he had money, and they took full advantage of it. And I talked to one of my nurse friends. She told me he must have had a lot of money, and that's why they did that. She said she don't know how much of it's left. This is what, so yeah, I'm hoping. I would like to just, I don't, I'm glad that even if I don't get the house, I just want to be able to get a couple of his things. This damn nursing home doesn't even really want the house because they're more interested in his assets and his life insurance. They even had someone that took guardianship over him. It's crazy. Insane. I can't. This is what I've been dealing with in my world over here. So I started. Where the hell did I put that? Oh, I found these silicone things. I'm waiting for this to get hard. I made a candle and put these big holes in it, trying to make a incense holder. And I wanted to see. Every time I try to move this silicone thing, some of the wax comes out because I don't think it's completely done. But I put these strings up because I was going to make a wax. See? Comes out a little. See, it's coming apart. It's the only problem with this thing. I may have to remelt this wax. I don't know. So. Oh, I'm not waiting for a house to be sold. Oh, you're waiting for a house to be sold. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get the house because I would like to actually live in and keep it, but all these other people got other ideas. And they want to sell it. I want to keep it. Because I think it's because they just want this money, and I really messed up on this candle. But they say over here it's a buyer's market. That's what I always hear. So if you lived around where I lived, you'd probably get sold even quicker. And people seem to be paying money for these houses, and they're getting they jack up the prices. So I don't know. This world is crazy, Chelsea. Crazy. Oh yeah. I just never felt so betrayed in my entire life ever. I feel when people die there should be peace, and it hurts because I don't feel my dad had peace. And it just makes me want to, I don't know, I already done my crying, now I just want to go strangle somebody. And that this is what I'm down to. And then my husband left me a weed card because of all this. And then my lawyer was like, "You want to meet the other lawyer?" And then I told her, I already yelled out, I think she's a bitch. So I was like, it's probably better if you go do that. Okay, I don't know what happened here. Maybe it was too big this way. I'm just gonna remelt this and do a Hail Mary with this thing. It's supposed to be a silicone thing for for the candles. I try to do something different every once in a while. Alright. So I'm gonna put this in here and make another candle. Yeah, it is something. It is something how these nursing homes will do anything to get a patient. Anything. Anything but do the right thing. Give them good food and this and that. Because I work in a nursing home. I take care of people. I would have took care of my dad. I really would have. And I just feel like that was taken from me. So, I don't know. I'm just going to draw out my phoenix and try to make my problems go away and maybe get this candle done and maybe I'll feel better. I don't even know. But I am here. Anybody got any little questions or anything? I am here. Alright, now I'm going to start these wings, is what I'm going to do. Alright, now I'm going to move out this wing, hook it in here, this way, out that way. Alright. Alright, now the thing about these when you're doing mythical birds, you never gotta worry about everybody's lines. Like as long as you can get a general design of like how you kind of want to do it, and especially with it not being a mythological bird, you can kind of have fun with this. I've realized you really can. You don't have to make yours look like everyone else's. You can just get like basic lines, just kind of gravitate kind of how you want to do it. I mean, you could make this like I'm just going down in little tiny feather triangles. You can make it, your phoenix could look anything like you want it to look. See, I'm making mine just a little bit different. And then this is in here, and I'm going to start his body and come down this way. I'm looking at one, but I'm doing my lines so much different than this one. And there's no problem with that. Alright, these are curved nice this way. I kind of like the way that looks. So, I go here. And you could be fancy and decorative, but it's good to get a good baseline. And however you want to do these wings. However, you could do any which way. So, I am going to come down. Alright, now. Curve it over this way. I'm still gonna fluff this out because I'm just kind of making my own design now. It's whatever's in your head where you think looks good. So, here we go. It doesn't have to be that. Oh, I haven't heard from you in a while. Number 1 and crown number 2. What do these crowns mean? Or whatever the heck this is. Is this like the question order or something? I haven't seen those. It's very interesting. It's piquing my interest. All right, let me do one more line of this, and I will get to your question. I have been trying to figure out how to customize my page now that I'm getting a little more popular. All right, I got this so far. I'm making me a little phoenix. I like phoenixes. You think so? Yeah, I still gotta do the face. I did like it. I did look up a phoenix just for line work, but I'm doing my feathers different and everything else. I feel that drawing a phoenix and trying to get my candle done would be nice for today. It really, really, truly would, because I got these silicone things for my candles, and it says for candle making, but I don't know if I let it sit long enough. I don't know. We will see. But I do want to make some candles today too. Until the husband gets home, and then probably smoke a little more. Alright, you want to know what to expect in 3 months. Alright. Alright. You're in a cycle of a waning moon. And this just talks about having a lot of anxiety and negative energy and needing to get rid of it. So I see you've been stressed, and that's understandable. We all get stressed. Then you got a blue moon, and this just talks about believing in things that don't seem to be in your grasp. Like things you just didn't think you can get or was out of your reach type thing. Then you got a new moon in Aries. talking about taking action. I'm seeing a, I'm seeing a life cycle going on here soon. Possibly a change. You got some kind of change that's going to be approaching. A life change, possibly. I feel like it could be a job and possibly like a new friend or something. I'd like to call people like friends or friends with benefits to your married. Possibly a new love interest, but that would be at your disposal. But I do see possibly a new job opportunity coming your way in 3 months, which is good. What change? The job change. Pretty much what I just see is just your energy's kind of going everywhere. But I just see it's more job related and a change of kind of your life, the course and where it's going. Because I feel like you do a bunch of stuff to please other people and you're meant to go one path, but sometimes you go another. And I've done this before when I was younger, but the thing is, these paths, at times, it can be very frustrating. I, I don't know. That I'm being blocked with. I mean, it's not so much a relationship, it's just going to be someone that shows interest in sex. I mean, it's up to you guys how it plays out. You don't have to have a relationship right away. There's nothing wrong with making people wait if you're not into that kind of thing. Honestly, I'm just saying it for just to reiterate that sometimes I think people in this day and age are very flamboyant, and then when they don't get the relationship they want, I can't predict that. I mean, it's whatever the universe wants to bring you. And honestly, it could be I don't, I mean, you gotta watch these sometimes. Sometimes they're a lesson. Sometimes they're just random people that just come by and want to just have sex with you. So, that you gotta be careful with in that sense. Alright. Okay, this needs to come this way. There we go. Okay. Good. But I would just be cautious and make sure when you do meet your people, when you get like if you decide to take the job, you don't even have to take it. I mean, there could be, could like another job better. I mean, you never know. Who knows? All right, this has to go all the way up this way. I mean, the outcome's what you want to make of it. I mean, if the person, and you got to remember when you're brought forth people that good and bad work in opposites. And I've been watching these videos and they're saying signs of soulless people and yada, yada, yada. And I just, I do my little research every day. And as I'm doing my little research, I mean, I literally was just coming across all these people that were, where they were saying when you're blessed and this and that. that sometimes they try to take from you, and they're soulless, and they're everywhere, apparently. So I feel there's going to be a bad one and a good one. So when you get to have one good outcome, the darkness can retaliate, and they mirror things. They're going to send somebody that you would like, but they're going to have subtle signs. Subtle signs. It's just going to be where it's harmless and stuff, but they're gonna suggest things to you, and you're gonna have a choice between one or another. You always do in life. You just got to choose wisely. So that's what I would do. I would just literally choose wisely. And usually the better looking one generally is the one altogether that's not good. And I will tell you that generally. Sometimes they are, but most of the time they have some flaws. The one that's good for you, that's actually that's going to do good things for you. That's the one that'll have issues and a couple problems. But then sometimes you get two with the same amount of problems. So you got to look for black guys. You got to look for people that may not be very that might not be good. And when you're looking for these people, they do look and they do kind of look like the people that are good, because if they're trying to do trickery, why would they show you their real face? The face that's inside the facade, not what's on the outside, what's on the inside. That's what you got to worry about. You have a lot of dark souls and black eyes that walk around us. And they're people. They're people that have gotten misguided and jaded and a lot of different things. And I see them a lot, these black eyes. They're just people that have went so dark, they just, they're dark, and they're dark as hell. Oh, the Sarika. So have you talked to this Sarika? Because I thought she would have done called or got back together with you or something by at this point. Oh, you're welcome. I just be over here drawing, trying to feel better about my life in general. And I like the socialization. I feel everybody should socialize. I really do. Alright, now his eye. I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, let me do the reading on there. I'm just doing this. The eye on my. There we go. On my phoenix here. And then I'm going to try to make another candle like I was trying earlier that I had some failed attempts and it looked horrible. So, alright. I don't know. I got to do more detailing work on this. Oh, it's a phoenix. I figure since my dad died and a phoenix means rebirth, and rebirth can mean death or life, I might as well draw a phoenix. Sometimes drawings are symbolic, and sometimes if we draw them, you could bring good luck to, the spirits that surround you, which would be my dad since he passed away. And I'm fighting with a nursing home to be able to get in his house and get his stuff, which they're trying to take. So I figure I'll draw out a phoenix. because they are really cool mythological birds. I do like them. I like them. I think phoenixes are very powerful. Oh, she's a phoenix? The place I went for film shooting has spirits in the house. Oh, wow. I want to do, I can actually do scripts and stuff. I would love to do movies. All people here are phoenix. So what does that mean if you're a phoenix? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I watch a lot of videos on spirituality and stuff just to try to get acquainted with everyone else's spirituality. Because I'm Catholic, so I'm just learning. Because in the Catholic religion, they don't believe in all this kind of the phoenix and this and that. I do. I believe in spirit animals and stuff. But a Roman Catholic Church does not. But if you have a time in there, Dumbledore's. So a Dumbledore is, I mean, is that the spirit animal for the region, I guess? I guess what I'm asking. Because from when I was listening to the videos on YouTube, the phoenixes used to talk to the gods. That's what they said. And they had, their songs were beautiful. Oh, Harry Potter. Yeah, I know it's from Harry Potter, but. Oh, you guys like your Harry Potter fans. I get it. I get it. But yeah. But yeah, I love Harry Potter too. I think that's a really good, well written book. It's just a shame the oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the author of all my damn stuff I'm going through. But she wrote all those, sold them, and sold all the rights. Oh, you're high? I need to be high. This is the problem. I've been arguing with lawyers and nursing homes and everything else. I probably need to go and get real high. That is probably going to be on my agenda very soon. It probably would make me feel better. I mean, since all this crap happened with my dad, I've just been trying to look for why this would happen to my dad after he served in Vietnam and everything. But it's sad that he had to die alone. It's sad. When me and my son were looking for him for 3 years, and then the nursing homes just saying they couldn't find us. It makes me feel like crap. I was even asking my other friends that do spiritual stuff and asked if they felt anything, and they said no. Everybody's blocked from my situation. Everybody. Nobody could do a reading for me. Not at all. So I guess some things I'm meant to find out. I either get the cars, the house, and all that. Maybe the universe wants to be a surprise. I don't know. Alright. Alright, you and Sarika are in a full moon in Pisces, and this talks about just balancing your. It just talks about having a balance, pretty much. I mean, if you're spiritual people, you would balance your spirituality and your practical means, but if you're not overly spiritual, just balance your life in general. And that's pretty much what that means. And then you got a full moon with her, and this just talks about This just talks about the divine, like tell the divine what you really want. If that's the person you really want to be with, or do you want to kind of go with someone else and just kind of keep with your decision type thing. Like tell your troubles to the moon. You worship gods. Okay, well then tell the gods. What gods do you worship? Just out of curiosity, I look at religious stuff all the time on YouTube. I like to understand every religion. I think everybody has a piece of the answer. That's how I feel about it, but I do. I think we all have some pieces of the answer, and we just don't know it. Wondering if I turned this around. I just don't know how that would work with my candle. Or if I just got to start over. But yeah, and then you got a fixed moon also, and this just talks about holding. So I guess just that would mean manifesting. But what gods? I mean, I don't know. I hear in the Middle East it's Allah, and that's usually one god. But I do believe in multiple. I think you could have different gods still. But it piques my interest. It really does. As I like to see what other people that are doing and around the world. BHAB Bacadai? Oh. Is that the religion? Because they have a lot of different religion. I know with the ancient religions, it's always like that. Kali Ma. Oh, Hinduism. Okay. So Hinduism has more than one god then. I did not know that. You're really piquing my interest now. I'm going to have to look up some videos when I do my little research on Hinduism. I mean, I believe in energy, but I do believe that some religions are more charismatic and bring you closer to the light. They all are geared to do that, and I do believe that wholeheartedly. But some bring you towards the light a lot quicker and easier. And Hinduism seems very much like a healthy religion. And I don't know, Catholic could be one way or the other. Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, I will be looking up some Hinduism ones. Alright, I'm shading this up because I'm going to start making flames by my phoenix. Because I want to make an abstract phoenix that looks badass. And then I'm hoping I feel better at the end of this. Because I'm doing this going up like an arrow with this. So it kind of looks like flames. Because I'm going to make the tips of these feathers red. That's my plan. Is to make these babies red like they're on fire. Oh, you're welcome, Nada. You are welcome. Alright, I'm just pulling this up here. Just to show that because the red phoenix, all the phoenixes, they burn and come back to life again. And they get reborn every so often. So I'm bringing the fires over here. And bringing it up this way. because fire goes up. It can go down too, but my fire is going to go up like it's engulfing and transforming this bird. So I'm going up this way. And then going up that way. Because you got to give your drawing some pizzazz. You really do. Now, a little bit that way. I'm just going to keep moving that way. Because you really want these fires to ignite. So I want to put a whole tapestry of color around. Just moving here. I'm trying to show a little separation so you could see the feathers don't come right over this way. There we go. Just bringing it over this way now. But shading is so important. Shading is one of the most important things you could do in your drawing. I mean, yeah, drawing it's nice, but then the shading part is really what makes it pop out. Improper shading can be a bitch. It really, really can. It could be terrible. And it's so essential and important. So you got to get it right, or your drawings don't end up looking so fabulous. It won't be fabulous if you don't shade a little, because that's what makes it pop out on Lickmix. If you think about it, it gives it character and brings it to life a little bit, just shading. And I'm just doing these little upward moments so when I get my pastels out, I can get the red involved here. Alright, there we go. This one, same thing, going to the bottom up this way. Working our way up on that feather. So you go do that's how the shading works. And of course you gotta do all the other steps. You gotta get the pastels out and everything, but you gotta get all the shading done. That's numero uno right here. It really is. Especially when you already got your basic layout of kind of what you want to do with your bird. Then you just add all your little touches that you want. There was someone, I don't know where they went. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to darken up this end down here a little bit more. Alright, now, same thing over here. When I have the flame is going to come within. I'm going to show this is going to pretty much signify the eternal flame. That's the idea. Alright. For these, instead of going up, we're going to, well, I lied. We're going up this way. Depending on the situations, we're going to do like little steady movements here. Like these little leaves, you would have to shade down because you need to have some basic shading before you start your pastels. That you do need. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. It's doing nice now. What drawing is just very repetitive. But we're gonna get all these leaves up and done here. We got all of these shaded nice. We're just happy shading. Just happy shading. Each feather. That's my idea. And then when you shade these here, it's the same thing. You want the same pattern in how you're shading also. Because it has to balance out. You gotta balance out a painting. Gotta balance out a sketch. Everything needs balance. Especially in art. Art is such a... It's very scientific. People don't give it as much scientific things as it really is. They don't give it enough gratitude because drawing is very scientific. It is very mathematical, I should say. You do to one side as you do to another. I mean, maybe that could be the reason why some people excel in one thing and not another. I mean, if you're precise and you know math well, sometimes drawing is a little easier. Oh, hi, Juliet. Look at that. Romeo Juliet. You got a Romeo Juliet? That is a really nice name. I love Shakespeare. I think I like your name the best because I love Shakespeare. I've studied the Shakespearean language and it's very beautiful. I think so. Yeah, I do readings. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I just do my drawing because YouTube wants to have a talent over here. I don't consider doing readings a talent. It's just something you have intuition for, you know. And if you can help out, you help out. And if you can't, you can't. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I would never charge for your reading. I just go over here and I draw and I do arts and crafts because these are my talents. And this is what YouTube wants, you know? So that's just why I do this stuff because you got to be doing some in the background or you'd be talking to yourself. That's just all there is to that. Alright, I'm going to shade around this bead. And the head. But yeah, lay your question, Juliet. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. I don't mind if I'm drawing out all my little craft and doing my arts and crafts. I'm here to hang out and have fun with you guys. This is my fun time. We're having a fun session. This is what I do when I'm having fun. I'm sketching out things, talking to people, and yada yada yada. I mean, that's what people do. I just choose to do it here on YouTube and not on Facebook or Instagram anymore because I don't know. I got hacked on Facebook and I still can't get on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure Facebook owns Instagram. I'm pretty damn sure of this. So that's probably the reason. And I'm okay with it. I mean, I got you guys. I can always come over here and draw my stuff. I mean, I'm not heartbroken over here over it. So I'm okay. Alright, I'm shading every individual leaf here. Alright. How does Tyus truly feel about me? Oh yeah. Yeah, my bank caught it right away. Facebook's one of the first people that they're hacking. That and Instagram. I just I don't have the kind of content, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing readings. I just I just do my drawings too. And then I show you guys if you want to, but yeah. I think somehow since I was a digital creator, I do. You're the only one with that name. You could draw. I was drawing stickmen before this. It took me a year to learn this. I mean, I did have an artist from my work show me that was on hospice, but all you gotta do is practice a lot. I mean, practice at your shading, and I'm up here to give pointers to people that are starting because drawing it relieves a lot of anxiety. It's always making your mind move, so all the time. All right, you want to know how Tyrus feels about you? All right, you and Tyrus are in a new moon in Aquarius. And this talks about bringing love into a situation. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna let this go. Alright, let me see what this is. Oh god, hang on. Find out who this is. Hello? 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 Okay. They do all that and want to hang up. Alright, you and Tyrus, Juliet. It is Tyrus, right? Yeah, you can get one. Casey, you can get one. Oh my god, Chong, what do you need? We were just out like 3 times. Alright. Alright, this is for you and Tyrus, Juliet. You are a new moon Aquarius. This talks about bringing more love into the situation. Then you have a North Node and a new moon in Capricorn. A North Node just talking about start doing stuff that generally shy you away. You know? Things like that. And then you got the new moon in Capricorn with hard work's paying off. You know, stepping outside your comfort zone is when this is asking blunt truths and wanting to get truth back in return. I see that maybe if you're more persistent in that area, it might bring you closer because and then you'll see the truth. But I feel he cares about you, but not in a marriage way. But sometimes people don't when they're dating at first, so no one's really truly gonna love you like that. It takes years for that. Years, I tell you. So, all right, KZ, I do remember you. I think it's the picture and it's the name. So, and Yana, yeah, bring on your question. I'm doing reading still. All right, you want to know why do celebrities keep showing up in my energy and in the astral, or is that my soulmate? Yeah, you can, Casey. You can draw. You just gotta practice. I practiced for a straight year. You honestly can. They have a lot of YouTube videos about drawing. A lot. All right, I can. I mean, celebrities could be disappearing because I think they appear in everybody's thing. But I don't think that just because one of those guys are popping up there, your soulmate. Your soulmate's someone you know and connect with and actually see. It most likely would not be a celebrity unless you are a celebrity. I will tell you that. People that status is not going to try to meet normal people at that point in time. So there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is at that point. But that whole situation is in a full moon in Scorpio, and your love life is in literally in a full moon in Scorpio, and this talks about releasing negativity, bad thoughts, like, and not even so much violent thoughts, just thoughts about that aren't good, like you're not good enough. Self doubt could be bad thoughts. Cause I'm taught like something like that. So that's coming in your field while you're not, while they're not trying to send anybody or just keeping you separated from people. And then in your love reading, you got a blue moon, and this talks about believing in the things you didn't think was going to happen. So they want you to have more hope and do more stuff to help yourself more to draw them in. Then you got a wanting moon, and this is just asking you what you need to get rid of to be a more positive person. Yeah, this is you. I just did a love reading. I doubt that that celebrity is your soulmate. Doubt it. I highly doubt it. Things like that just come up. My videos come up all the time, and I'm not a celebrity, so if you can imagine someone getting a million views on something, they're probably everywhere, everywhere, because that's what happens. So I doubt that is your soulmate. Doubt it. But like I said, if you got a full moon in Scorpio for your love reading in general, and this just talks about releasing bad thoughts that would hurt a relationship. And then you got the blue moon, and that's I like to call it the happy hope card, and the wanting moon, talking about things you need to release and things like that. So I would just maybe, it looks like here, yeah, you have another question. I'm just over here drawing and living my life. But yeah, I'm going to shade over here until you get your question in. That's why I like to draw. I could draw and do tarot card at the same time. It's very easy. Is someone reading your thoughts? Oh, you know what? I actually follows me there, puts me in danger. I've been researching these shadow people. And these shadow people, they mimic us. And usually they're invisible to our line of sight, but YouTube videos over here are calling for these shadow beings. And these are people that have actually seen them. So, and they say they get in our thoughts. And I'm getting my information from YouTube so you can look up. Well, yeah, they usually, some accounts of these people, it's negative, some is not, but then I was watching other videos on YouTube and there's demonic entities that will go in other people and your family members and stuff that allow them to go in them. And it's crazy because I guess that I was listening to a video and you'll know it's them because they'll doubt you and they won't support you. And there's a whole list. There really is. I would honestly say it could be demonic, but they were saying in the videos, even with demonic, you have to have you have to invite them in. They can give you suggestions, but you got to take it. So if you're getting bad thoughts in your head, you're looking at schizophrenia or shadow people, or just the demonic crowd. So either way, there's one. I will see if you're seeing shadow beings, then that's what it is. You're the shadow people are watching you. I thought the other day, and I could have just been watching a movie. I'd like to. I don't like to sit there and try to just dream up things. I like to have some kind of explanation for things, but I seen something that had a black hood and everything. It was very tall, and it was just walking in my hallway. I was when all my research and I'm on all these different YouTubers that deal with that kind of stuff. They're saying that some people say they're hostile and they want to take over. Some people say that they're helpful, and then some people say be careful about the help. So I don't know. It's always very different with each shadow person, but I don't know if I would fully trust it. But yeah, if you want another question, that's fine. I'm wondering if the shadow people were influencing people at the nursing home, and that's why I had such a bad outcome. Or it was just humans being insane and greedy. That could be too. But I know that the shadow people feed on fear and despair a lot of times, from what I was hearing. So I'll just try to stay positive and they won't want to be near you. Alright, T. Is Jonathan my twin flame or karmic? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. It has a curvy body with like really weird hands and claws. That sounds like a shadow demon to me. And I was doing some research on crystals for the to ward off demons, and they're calling for smoky quartz and dragon bloodstone. And I guess it makes it's not your shadow side. No, there's no way that you're in this realm and you have that going on. No, not at all. Not at all, my friend. You don't have inside your body, you don't have little shadows and claws. You're human. Those things aren't human. They say they're transmitting from another dimension. And they're going through wormholes. So that's what I was brought from my research. But then my research was with other spiritualist videos. So that's what a lot of the big spiritualists are calling for. So I would just be real careful if I was you. So, and get yourself a smoky course. Sometimes it follows me and other people and looks really pretty. Yeah, I heard they mimic people, but those are shadow demons that do a lot of those mimicking. So I have heard that. So I would be careful if they're mimicking other humans because it just means they're trying to get you to trust them. And they're trying to get to you. So shadow demons are not very friendly. All right. John, you and Jonathan are in your south node. And this talking about the past holding you back. You got a full moon, and this talks about just surrendering different issues. All of the issues you have with them, just giving it up to God or give it up to the moon or just take it out of you and give it to someone else. All that self doubt. Then you get a full moon in Pisces also. This talks about balancing spirituality and practicality. It's just balancing your inner and outer self in layman's terms. But it's hard to say if he's your twin flame or whatever. But I feel he cares about you and loves you. That I have picked up. So even if he's not possibly the twin flame and everything, I would still give him a chance and see where it goes. If you went that far to see them T and be with him and everything, you might as well see it through. That's what I say. All right. All right. You can have as many questions as you want. I don't barely have anyone over here, anyways, but I like to keep my circle small, Casey. I really do. I don't like having huge streams. Laugh out loud. Most people would love large streams. I don't know if I would be too anxious for all that going on. I like my simple life. Maybe one day soon it won't be so simple, but until then, I'm enjoying my simple things. Alright, I'm just playing around and getting some more stuff shaded here. You see a shadow figure of the baby. Well, I mean, we don't. I'm sure shadow people have kids. They say they're from a different dimension. They say they're not. They may not be human. I mean, it could be us from another dimension, but they are really calling that these are probably different beings. So, alright, I don't know what the heck this is here. Okay, I don't even know what he's talking about here. Alright. Talking about a friend. He wants to bring a friend over today. I was cleaning the house out. Alright. Alright. But I don't. I think that maybe they're either mimicking them having a baby, or maybe they really do have another baby, have a baby in this other realm of theirs. I do believe that's what that's about. All right, I'm just putting faint lines in here just to give it a little flair. Do the same thing here. It's just like math sketching. It's exactly like math. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. You really do. It's like they're all connecting to one little cause here. Alright, now we're just going to do really light sketching in here. I'm going to do real light dusting of the sketch on the inside. I'm going to do it over here. Not dark, but light. We want to do a series. Uh, I can, but the cards don't know everything, trust me. Especially when it comes to different dimensions and things like that. And people from different dimensions. I was told if you see these guys, they can get physical and lay their hands, and they have been known to grab babies and stuff like in hospitals. But you gotta fear them and think about them a lot, and they gain power and they like to feed off of misery, I was told. These are just things I was told randomly, so don't take it for a grain of salt, but this is just random people have told me this kind of stuff. People that study these kind of things. It doesn't mean they're right or they're wrong. It just means that's just what they came up with when they studied it. So let me shade in his face real quick. Alright, here we go. We're just taking form now. See what a little shading does for you. Alright. Ow. If you're seeing a dark figure, that's not no future you. It's not. Unless you're not from this universe, but that's not your future you. It's not. They wouldn't, you wouldn't, if it was you from the future, you would not do that. And they would try to totally avoid you altogether. I could promise you that. But I don't wouldn't look at them because you give them more power. So, alright. Okay. I was a white woman. Okay, Cora. Yeah, give me your question. Alright. About this though, or this what thing? I'm not. I'm thinking shadow demon here. People turn dark when they're murdered and have problems going on in their life. But you got a full moon Aquarius in that, and this just that whole thing that just means that something's being concealed. Because Aquarius is about showing the hidden. So I'm picking up it's not even a. I'm picking up it's more of a mirror of something they think that you would like to look at. Then you got a full moon eclipse and a fixed moon. And the full moon eclipse just talks about conclusions, and fixed moon just talks about manifesting. So I'm just picking up Shadow Demon, my friend. Your moon is literally an Aquarius. Yeah, I'm picking up Shadow Demon on this. And as long as you wear smoky quartz and you don't want to join with that demon or the darkness, you should be fine. The thing is, they feed off of you because they're hoping that you'll let them feed off of you, because that's what they want to do. They want to feed off your energy. That's what shadow demons do. Wrong or right, that's how shadow demons have always been. So I would just get the smoky quartz. I was looking at these with the shadow demons, seeing if I had any damn quartz, and I do. But the smoky quartz and the dragon bloodstone, it's supposed to work the best. That's what they say. So that's where I guess we're at with that. Alright. Now I'm gonna try to heat up this candle wax. You know what? I should probably take a picture of this. That probably would help. Oh yes, they're bad. I wouldn't go near a shadow demon. Do not go near a shadow demon unless they're pretty damn powerful. I'm gonna probably come back later and finish doing this. I gotta take a picture and stuff, and I want to redo this candle because it's driving me nuts. But yeah, shadow demons are not your besties. Not at all. You see them, get a smoky quartz or even the purple stone is protection for psychic help. And there are things that are crossing over interdimensional, and some people think they're just trying to harvest. The scientists are calling out for not trying to communicate with these guys because they're not doing good things. And scientists always want to do everything. And the scientists are even calling for leave these guys alone. So I had all this in the silicone thing, and it's supposed to make a rose. And it all got crumbled somehow. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. The crumbling of my candle. But the black phoenix, the phoenix, the fire phoenix turned out pretty good. I just gotta figure out. I'm just gonna take a picture, come back and shade it, and maybe draw something else later. Where are Donnell Boyd next step towards me? Oh well, thank you, Casey. I appreciate you. It's amazing. You guys can see everything too in here. It just kind of shows you what I be doing. I'd be worrying about more of my arts and crafts than anything else. All right. Oh, you're queen. Oh, you're calling me queen. Oh, I am not a queen. I am far from a queen. I'm just a nursing assistant that's going through some stuff with fighting with a nursing home. Alright. I could do love reading on you and Donnell, but that's about it. I mean, honestly, a soulmate, that would be a question for a being that is way more advanced than me. I don't even know if I'm qualified for questions like that, honestly. I'm just being honest. But let me get you, Cora. Alright. Alright, you and Danelle are in a new moon of Cancer, and this talks about safety. And safety is good, but sometimes safety can be good and bad. It means it equals out to where there's a respect, but not a lot of passion. But there's mutual respect. And then you got a waxing moon, and this talks about energy gaining momentum. So something's energizing in your relationship. Then you got a full moon in Capricorn. And this just talks about tough cycles. And it's the end of one. I think, honestly, in my opinion, reading through all this, I believe that his thoughts are to take a step back and see where it goes. That's what I'm picking up. So, that is what I'm picking up, Cora. And that's not bad. He's just trying to find out what's going to be. So, alright, I'm going to try to make this damn candle if it's the last thing I do. This is driving me personally insane. Because I got all these silicone little molds and I would like to be able to make a damn candle. Alright. And here is a bakery fragrance oil set. I ordered this. I need something to keep my ass busy because I am exhausted with life in general. Alright, this is pumpkin pecan waffles. Alright. Alright. Do that. I'm going to put the rose in with the sweet stuff. Sometimes, if you put a little sweet stuff with the other stuff, alright, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes I know I've made a lot of perfume, you're counting drops. Sometimes if you put something really strong and sweet with the other, you get a good outcome. But I got this bakery stuff just change it up a bit. And then you just do that, mix it around, kind of like you're cooking. Alright, now I'll move this baby down here. And don't touch the top, because you'll burn yourself. I burn myself a lot, so. Alright, I'm going to put that back on that burner. Alright, now this. Alright, I got the little candle there. And I got my kettle there. And I will show you guys I'm trying to work with these silicone ones. I have not worked with these silicone ones ever, but they looked really cool. So, bear with me. It's enough to make it say, this stuff. Alright, now, alright, for the love of God. Alright, now I'm looking for my inside candle wicks here. I order all this stuff all the time. I'm always trying to do some new stuff. You gotta have that too when you're making candles. Alright. Oh, here they are. Alright, it's these things. So, let's pull that back like that. We're going to take one of these babies. And these silicone ones are so hard to work with. So hard. OMG. Probably because this has nothing to stick to. I think that's the problem inside here. It literally has nothing to stick to. Because it's rose tipped. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Sometimes with candle making, you gotta really think on your feet here. Maybe if I just did that. And just got it right there. And just stick this there. Just like that. I'm thinking that would be just a better cause altogether. Because I keep messing with it, and I did a test run and it was terrible earlier. Terrible, I tell you. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go upside down with this one. So they have these little hooks. Okay, that's how it has to be. You bring this down like that. And now I already got my little mixture and everything done here. You take this very carefully, and I put like lavender and different things here. Right there. I'm just gonna stick this in here. And I tend to put things on a Bible these days. Okay. I think Jesus needs to be with me through half of my candle making. Maybe I need to request Jesus. Laugh out loud. But I'm gonna put that there a little better. That over here. See, it's getting wet now with this hot wax. This is the problem. Sometimes with arts and crafts, you just gotta play around with it. Especially when you get different moldings. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Just gonna do this. Just put it over in here like that. Like that, and I might have to let this go longer than I usually do. So I am gonna go ahead and do this. Probably just use my other wicks. Because I have these for my metal candles, and I'm thinking that that the other wooden one, the rope ones would be better. Sometimes you gotta play around with life like this. And then I just got a simple spoon. I have a lot of different spoons. There you go. There. And then I just let that sit. It's gonna be very hot. Don't let it get moved. And with these silicones, yeah, I gave Cora a read. But with these silicone ones, I started messing with it a little bit too easy, too quick, so it kind of didn't set right. So I had to reheat everything. So you want to go and start. I mean, candle making is so much fun, and a candle wax is not even that expensive. It's pretty cheap. And this is what people get for Christmas out of me. I am not trying to go broke over Christmas. People got bills to pay and everything else, so. Alright, it's kind of staying in the middle, and I'm going to take me a little bit of break, and then hopefully this thing is cooled down when I come back. And then I am going to start pasteling in my Phoenix. I figure I'll finish out things, and then hopefully after giving this a little bit of cooling down, we'll be ready for this baby to hopefully be done. And it should look like a rose. That's what they say. And I will see you guys. I'm going to try to come back later tonight because I want to finish out that, and I don't work tomorrow, so I'm probably going to stay up later and get a little high. So, and probably about 8 o'clock, I'll probably come back on. And thank you for listening. Thank you for all your support. I do appreciate all you guys. I really do. I'm just up here trying to live stream for humanity. This is what I'm calling it these days. Live streaming for humanity, because there's not a lot of inhumane things going on in the world. And everybody have a great day, and thank you for subscribing if you did. And have a blessed day.